Okay, good morning, everybody. This is our leadership call on the 21st of March 2018. And I've got Lisa joining me in a moment to talk about how she uses essential oils with her family and specifically with her daughter. But first of all, we're just going to continue with some continued education. So we're still in the bees. So our next essential oil to talk about is Blue Tansy, which is not actually in the UK market or Europe market yet, but it is due to be released this summer. So after convention in May, we're going to hopefully have this available to us. But Blue Tansy is actually already in products such as Deep Blue and also Balance. And the uses for Blue Tansy are things like allergies, itching, rashes, acne, eczema, psoriasis, sunburn, fibromyalgia, sciatica, arthritis, fungal and skin infections, asthma and respiratory issues. Oh, apparently very good for hiccups. Indigestion, stomach ulcers, cold, flu, mumps, chickenpox and muscle aches. Addictions and low self-esteem, which I think that's where it comes into play with in the Balance essential oil. Bug bites and insect repellent, it can be used as well. Thyroid issues, and it's just really great at helping you go from feeling overwhelmed to feeling encouraged. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this Blue Tansy. A lot of people have been using it on their skin, and apparently it makes you look like a Smurf for about a minute. And then apparently it goes away, so you don't look like a Smurf forever. But that's going to be a fun one to try. And then we've got cardamom, so we're into the C's. And cardamom's great to be used for congestion, stomach ache and constipation, colitis and diarrhea, stomach ulcers, menstrual and muscular pain, sore throats and fevers, mental fatigue and confusion, bad breath and household odours. Also, apparently you can use it in cooking. I think I've seen someone use it in like some chocolate recipes. And it's great for helping you be more charitable, apparently. That's the kind of one of the emotional reasons to use it. But I like to use cardamom if someone says to me they have like a newborn baby and they're not sure if Breathe blend is a little bit too strong, because that's our respiratory blend, is a little bit too strong for their baby. I always recommend go with cardamom because it's a little bit more gentle, kind of not as strong. It's a nice gentle fragrance. So that tends to be how I use it. But now I know some more reasons, I'm definitely going to give it a go. So now I'm going to pass you over to Lisa, who's going to be talking about how she got involved with essential oils and also how she uses them within her family setting. So over to you, Lisa.
Okay, hi, morning everyone. Just a little bit of background first. I started using doTERRA oils after I saw on Facebook how they were working for Angela. So we were having a few issues with our eldest daughter. She's now 8, so this was a year ago, so she was 7 at the time. She's autistic. She's not severely autistic, but she does have a few issues. And one of them was asleep. She would go to sleep, no problem, but keeping her asleep and trying to get past 4 o'clock was a bit of an issue. So she also had a lot of mouth ulcers. She was getting tonsillitis a lot. So I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go. All I felt like I was doing was giving her Calpol after Calpol every day. And I thought, no, I've got to stop this. So after I heard about the On Guard, I thought, right, give that one a go first. So I started with the On Guard and the Breathe, and just started using those, and sort of certainly the Breathe for the coughs at night, I found that brilliant. So I thought, right, I'm going to look a bit more into this. So joined the Facebook groups and did a little bit more research. Started looking into the oils for sleep, really. So I actually found a blog called A Next Comes L, and it's a blog about a family that use essential oils for their autistic son, I think it is. And I found loads of information on there that was really helpful. So there's obviously a lot of different oils that you can use for sleep. So I don't tend to stick to the same one every night. I use a variety of different ones. Serenity is one of my favourites. Love Serenity. Not only for the girls, but for me as well, just to help me calm down once they're in bed. So the Serenity, I also use another mix of the, so I've just got them written down so I don't forget, lavender, cedarwood and vetiver. So I'll put them in the diffuser in her room at night, and I also got like a little roller ball that I put on her feet and on her spine. Another mix I use is lavender, wild orange and Roman chamomile, which I love the smell of the Roman chamomile in there. It's really, really nice, really relaxing. So they're sort of the bedtime ones that we've been using. In a morning before we come down for breakfast, on this blog they had one called Calm and Focused Child. So I try to do it every morning when I can remember, and it uses in the diffuser 1 to 2 drops of lavender, 1 to 2 drops of wild orange, 2 drops of cedarwood, a drop of frankincense and a drop of vetiver. So I'll put them in the diffuser in the morning, put it on while we're having breakfast, and I feel it just helps keep everyone calm. And well, I say that until we're running out of time to get to school. So I try and do that every morning. I also make it up in a little roller ball, and I'll put it on the soles of her feet and up and down the spine as well before we go to school. And I do find it helps her keep calm and her anxiety levels lower. So that's first thing in the morning. Like I say, before we go to school, I do put the On Guard on as well, especially this time of year, just to keep things boosted. Other oils, if I haven't used that combination on her, I might use the Balance. If I feel she's really anxious about something, and like something's different at school and she's working herself up, I'll put the Balance on the soles of her feet. Sometimes I even put the Balance and Serenity together. I find that really works well for her. I really like the two together on her. So that'll be before school. I always try and get the oils on. I have asked at school whether she's allowed to take a little roller ball in, but they won't allow it. So I'll just make sure I put plenty on in the morning. So after school, when Maria, who's the autistic, when she comes home, she's quite often very agitated and quite emotional a lot of the time. She tends to hold it together at school and then comes home and it all comes out. So I'd rather it was that way, but it's quite hard a lot of the time. So again, in the diffuser, I tend to put Serenity and Balance together in the diffuser. And that again helps to just calm her down, balance, and I just find it balances her out again. So that's sort of after school ritual, if you like, that we put those two on. What else? Bath time. Once again on the blog, they suggested once a week doing what they class as a detox bath, which is half a cup of Epsom salts. And then I tend to put sort of between 3 and 5 drops of lavender in and add that to the bath. Try and do it on a Sunday night and then just get them to sit in the bath for 15-20 minutes, just to try and help detox the body through. Obviously, be very careful about, splashing, drinking the water. So you've got to be careful with those sort of things. But yeah, we try to do that once a week, just to try and help with the detox. So yeah, I mentioned the bedtime oils that I use with her. Again, I do think Serenity is my favourite for her sleep. And we have noticed a huge difference since using the oils, in that she doesn't wake as often through the night, and we can tend to get around 5:30 before she wakes. But she's quite happy to stay in the room. She sometimes even turns the diffuser back on herself, and then she'll just sort of play away in the room. So I do think they have helped with her sleep. I'm not saying every night it's the perfect sleep, but it's definitely helping, I
Do you think it's
find.
like better quality sleep?
I think so, yeah, I think it is. And like I said, she would always generally wake around 2 o'clock, and I would only have to go in and sort of rest, settle her back down. But, just that break in her sleep, she could be awake for half an hour. Another thing I was told as well, the diffuser in her room has got a red light, which she always liked a landing light on. She didn't like it being totally black. So now I always set her diffuser onto the red light and then turn all the other lights off in the house. And again, I find that helps. She's soothed by the light being on, but I feel it's maybe not triggering when she comes into that light sleep.
Yeah, it's not making her wake up.
Yeah. So they're the main ones I really use on her to help her with sort of her autism side of things. We also, I do tend to use the same oils on my younger daughter as well, because I find they help her too.
Yeah, it's great because they help everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Quite often on myself. Try and keep calm. I've just got peace oil. So I've just started using that. Sometimes, when she's in that emotional, nothing's helping state, I'll either put it on her or put it on the diffuser, and I find that's really helping. But I've not had it long enough yet to sort of say for definite.
That's really nice in the diffuser with frankincense as well.
Oh, okay. I'll try
like
that.
They're a nice combination.
Right.
But I noticed my youngest can come home from school very emotional. I think she does take on a lot of like what's going on at school, and 30 children all with like emotional as well. So she does come home, and I have found that when I use like Console on her, which is another emotional blend, actually she literally stopped crying in an instant.
Oh, really? I've not got one.
Yeah, so it is, we can find, she didn't really like the smell, but I was just like, well, let's just try. I was at that point where I just try anything because I couldn't take it. Like 4 o'clock on the dot, she would just start with the tears, and there'd be nothing I could do to make her feel better. And I just thought, right, I'm going to look, and we'll try Console first of all. And literally within a minute, she just stopped crying. And I was like,
oh, wow. That'll be on the next order.
Yeah. But also an idea I was thinking, because you were saying she couldn't take them into school, is to get these. I don't know if you've seen these before,
right, yes.
but you can basically you get, they're like the little sniffers you can buy in, like the Vicks ones you can get in shops.
Yes. Yeah.
So you put your oil on there, and it's like a little wick, kind of sponge wick. You put that in there, and then it has like a bottom bit you fit in, and then they can literally, when they kind of feel like they might need a sniff or something calming, they can just take the lid off and have a sniff. And I found like the teachers in our school are fine with that. So that might be an idea, because there's nothing, that's kind of, everything's dried into there. Like no one can really do any harm with it unless they start poking out their nose or in their ears or something, or in someone's eye.
Well, there was actually one day that she tends to take a teddy with her to school. They allow her to have something with her. So I did used to put a couple of drops on the teddy.
That's a nice idea, yeah.
That was another way of having it at school with her as well. So yeah, that was also another one we use a lot of is the Correct X. You can see that.
Yeah.
She's very clumsy on her feet. So she's always, well, at the moment, a poor knee is just, she's got a big crater in her knee at the moment. So we use a lot of that. I tend to put a lot of that on to help heal it. And skin healing.
Have you tried anything like probiotics?
Yes. I've just started the probiotics, the A to Z chewables, and the IQ Mega with her as well. I've just got them ones. I can't get her to chew the vitamins, so I've ended up like grinding it down and putting it into a yogurt, and she takes it that way. So at least
they are a bit of a funny, when they changed the flavour, they did go to a bit of a kind of a more like chalky taste, which I've requested that they bring back the other flavour, which some of my kids would eat, no problem. But I'm the same. I have to kind of cut them up a bit. And so, are you using the probiotic junior, the actual one that's comes in a sachet?
Yeah. Yes. So I also add that to a yogurt as well.
Yeah. So how are you finding that? Because I've seen like a few people say like how probiotics have really helped
with the behaviour. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what that I read that, and that's kind of a reason why I sort of started trialing it. The only trouble is I haven't used it regular enough, I don't think, yet.
Yeah, so when I started using it, we used it every day for 30 days. And now the kids will have one like every other day or every 3 days. But I have noticed a real difference in my youngest's behaviour when she has it regularly. Because I ran out for a week and I did notice the difference.
Right.
She literally wasn't coping with things as well. She wasn't waking up happy like she was before. So yeah, it's definitely worth kind of.
I was tending to do it sort of every other day, so I maybe do it for like you say, full 30 days, and then go on to the every other day.
Yeah, because it's basically there is a correlation between your gut and I think it's like 70 to 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut. So actually, if you can get your gut levels really good, then it actually helps with the mind. And there's a connection there. And also it's really helpful for improving immunity as well. And I've noticed that, like, touch wood, but over the whole, like since September, even before September, we've had not even a cough or a cold.
Right.
So we have been taking them regularly. So and I take the adult ones. Probably I take mine every other day.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely worth kind of keeping on with that and seeing how you get on, because I do think it does take a couple of weeks for it
to build up in the system.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
I'll do that.
And they're double encapsulated, so they don't actually disperse or separate until it gets into the right pH level in the gut. So a lot of probiotics on the market, basically your body will break it down before it even gets into the gut, because you have your own kind of acidic that breaks it down. So doTERRA's probiotics are double encapsulated. They won't actually break up until they get to the right pH level. So I do think a lot of people say, oh, they're quite expensive. And they are, when you look at what's on the market against the market, they are definitely more expensive, but you are getting a better product. Like, I'd rather take something I know it works than something that may not even make it to the gut.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And once you get to a good level, like I say, you can start doing it every other day or every couple of days, like to top yourself up. So then it becomes a lot less expensive, because you're using one pack maybe over 2 months.
Yes. Yeah, that's kind of why I was doing it every other day, because obviously the 2 children and
exactly. That's what I found.
We'll try and save money, but I never thought of doing it, starting off every day and then
it's like being intense for the first kind of 30 days, and then after that you can really go to like every kind of 3 days if you want to. That's what we've started doing, because I'm not always great at remembering. So we either kind of done for 3 days, but definitely I noticed like a difference.
No, great, I'll try that. So I think other than using the On Guard daily, I have got a little spray as well for the head lice that I made up.
Oh, I need to get one of those. We've just had an email from school to say we've got head lice again in the school. So
I always seem to go. That email seems to be going around a lot at our school at the moment. So so I've got 10 drops of lavender, 10 drops of melaleuca, and 5 drops of lemon in that big bottle. So, and the girls actually remind me now, which is really good. They put the spray on, mummy, or we haven't put our On Guard on. So I mean, they, like I was saying at the start, Maria, she would ask nearly every day for Calpol for one reason or another, whereas now she'll come and say, can I have an oil for? And I just find it's really nice knowing that it's all natural, and it's it is benefiting her. She's getting what she needs from it. So
when you think as well, I think when they are that age, that hopefully now they'll continue to think like that, and not just be kind of, oh, I've got this, I need to take like this medication. They'll look for a natural solution first, and
definitely
considering. And I think if that's something we can ingrain in all our children, we're taking off a massive strain off the NHS, because they won't be going to the doctors every 5 minutes like certain generations are now, but they'll be finding natural solutions and educating themselves as well.
Yeah. No, they do. They would. I mean, Maria's always coming to me box saying, "I need some lavender," or yeah. Or at bedtime, she'll say, "Mummy, you haven't put my oils on yet." So it's just part of her routine now, which is great.
Yeah, it's really good. So what kind of your favourites for you to use personally on yourself?
Personally, I do like balance. I try and remember to put that on every morning. I also, and serenity as well at night time. I tend to put it on in the diffuser downstairs once the girls are in bed, just to help relax me. And I've actually started working in a nursery again, and I wear my little bracelet, and I tend to I either put balance and serenity on or peace, and that I just find that it's really nice. You can smell it all day. And even some of the children will come and say, "Oh, what's that?" And I'll say, "Oh, I'll have a little smell," and like, "Oh, yeah." So I think they're my go-to. Oh, and motivate as well in the mornings if I'm feeling a little bit sluggish.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, and I'd like to get chia as well.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about chia.
Yeah, so I've got that on the diffuser at the moment, but that is my go-to daily oil, that one. But it really does make you feel uplifted. It's lovely, like orange. If you like kind of use citruses as well, like a lovely kind of orangey smell. Like,
yeah,
I use that one a lot, and I have that a lot in my aromatherapy necklace.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. So there's a couple of different blends there to try for people that are maybe finding that their children are
Yeah.
a bit of a calm down. But yeah, I definitely find with the serenity, I actually can't put it on until I'm ready to go to bed, because it literally makes me so tired.
Well, yeah, I did put serenity and frankincense in the diffuser one night, and within an hour I was asleep. And I was like, oh no. It was only about 8 o'clock. I was like, right, turn it off.
I know, yeah, it's really potent, isn't it? But I put it on the other day for I wasn't been sleeping very well, and I thought I'd put it on in the diffuser. Oh, I slept like I thought I'd been asleep for a week. I slept so heavily, and I woke up. I think it was at the weekend, because I woke up thinking, God, it must be about 10 o'clock in the morning. We've like all slept through our alarms and stuff. It wasn't. It was 8 o'clock, so it was
right.
fine, but it just felt like I'd had a really, really good sleep.
Yeah.
So I need to put that on a bit more regularly when I go to bed, I think.
Yeah, I do tend to forget about putting it on myself. I focus on children. Then I think, well, why don't I just put it on myself before bed?
I think it's a mother thing though, isn't it? We always put ourselves last, so we don't necessarily remember to do everything we should be doing.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
Well, that was really interesting. So thanks for joining us, Lisa.
You're welcome. I hope people find it interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Everyone always loves new ideas, and I learn all the time about some new ideas and new blends that people are trying that I can try with my kids. So, I think no one has to, you don't have to be on the spectrum, or you don't have to be autistic to use these blends either. Sometimes
not at all.
Just need to be able to help to kind of just wind down, especially with all technology and the TV and everything else that's kind of making our brains go haywire. I think it can be used for absolutely everybody, but I love that it's really, really helped with your children. That makes me feel so happy. So I will let you go, because I'm sure you're very, very busy, but that was brilliant. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.